giving the welcome, and then I will remind the agenda.
Perfect. So I was saying, bon dia, buenos días, buongiorno, calimera, good morning, and bonjour, and that's it. I hope that all of you have a cup of coffee or a tea, as I do, in a perhaps more glamorous space that I am. I am in an airport anyway. So, but I'm very glad to be back with you with the e-breakfast. It's something that one of our partners suggested us in the COVID times, and we have kept the tradition. The last months have been a bit comme ci comme ça, but we have decided that it is a very good idea to have it back. So perhaps not with monthly intervals, but every 2 months. That is what we have thought, and with thematic focus, collecting a bit what are your wishes as partners, is what we have for plans for the next months. So today we are very glad that we have an interesting topic, waste, upcycling, recycling, and 4 participants. They are coming from big companies like Danone, from Holland, I think, from as well academia. We have the hub Innovazione Trentino. We have 2 professors from the University of Trento, from the Foundation Edmund, and we have as well a startup coming from Turkey, and another company from Spain. So we have a very nice breakfast menu to enjoy for 50 minutes, 1 hour at the most. So I think with that, I will welcome you, and I wish you a very nice breakfast with us.
Thank you very much, Begonia, for your welcome. And I will now remind the agenda if I find again the PowerPoint. Yes, can you see my screen? No, okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So now I think yes. So we will start. We will start now with Danone, the intervention of Danone, Irini Gisiakis research project lead. Then we will have the intervention of one of our strategic partner from South, the hub Innovazione Trentino, with 2 of its shareholders, the University of Trento and Fondazione Edmund. Then we will start with a Turkish startup Malty Foods from Istanbul. And finally, we will have the intervention of an expert of our expert community, Agrifood Futures expert community, OREKA. So welcome everybody, and we will start with Irini Gisiakis from Danone Nutritia Research. Irini, are you here? Can you hear us? Okay, I don't know what's happening with Irini. Okay, so we maybe until she comes, we'll start with Professor Fiori from the University of Trento, which is one of the shareholders of HIT, the Hub Innovazione of Trentino. Welcome, Professor Fiori.
So thank you for the introduction. I'm going now to share my screen with my presentation. So I'm going to present the University of Trento and my research group. the Green Process Engineering Group. So where we are, I mean, we are a small medium university, which is really devoted to internationalization. We are located in the heart of the Alps, a very nice region with Dolomites. Trento, it's a small city, but it's I mean, with a very high standard of life, quality of life. And University of Trento, it's relatively recent. I mean, it's one among the best university in Italy. About my group, in the picture, I reported some of the collaborators, some researcher, postdoc, PhD student, and thesisti. And we are a small group. The lab is located inside the Civil, Environmental, and Mechanical Engineering department. I reported here a couple of pictures to show you how beautiful is the place. As I told you, we are surrounded by mountains, and this is the location of my department. I'm also affiliated to C3A, Centro Agricoltura, Alimenti e Ambiente. That's the reason why C3A, in English, Central Agriculture, Food Environment, which is more linked to this, let's say, EIT food kick. What we do, we know how to transform organic product and waste in something useful for the food sector, for the agricultural, energy, and also advanced material sector. What we deliver in terms of product, food. So we do extraction of oils, antioxidant compounds. We can do also make an enrichment in the omega-3. Typically, we worked a lot with winemaking residues and fish processing residues to produce also fish meals and vegetable meal. For agriculture, we know how to produce. We produce biochar through pyrolysis, through HTC. I will speak a little bit more later of this process. We know how to compost. We are composter. In terms of energy valorization, we produce biomethane. We can produce also coal from biomass and syngas. And we are also working, we just started on carbon-based material for, let's say, electrochemical application to use absorbent or even to recover platform chemicals.
Professor Fiori, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We just have 1 minute left, so if you could...
Okay, so the competencies are the one of process, chemical energy, food engineering. So we do pre-process design, modeling, and simulation. We do lab activities also. We know how to deal. We are very good in HTC, hydrothermal processes, pyrolysis, extraction, aerobic digestion, composting. So circular economy, process integration, and green chemistry are the main keywords of the group. I will skip this. If you will have a PDF, you can have a look. Some projects you can see about valorization of, let's say, winemaking residue of fish waste to get omega-3. To the last project that just started, tomato industry waste valorization. I was the leader of a project by EIT Climate and also involved as leading partner in other 2 projects by EIT, in this case, raw materials. And we also active on apple formats, on bioplastics, but I will go very fast. So what we can do, the role, omega-3, bioactive fibers, zero waste, carbon sequestration, greenhouse gas reduction, from farm to fork. So we close the cycle with this, let's say, valorization of wastes, nutrient recycling. And what we aim is moving towards a more biocircular society, in particular regarding the food chain.
Thank you very much, Professor Fiori. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We have the second shareholder from HIT. It was 5 minutes each. So, Professor Silvestri, could you please start sharing your presentation? Professor Fiori, could you hear us from the University?
I can hear you, yeah. But I think I stopped. I finished with my contribution, right?
Yes. We can see your screen.
Okay.
And you have 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and many thanks for this kind invitation to attend your breakfast. I wish to thank you, EIT Food Staff, and Ilaria Carafa from Innovazione Trentino. I'm here to give you an overview in a very, very short time about Fondazione Edmund, and in particular about the activities of the bioeconomy unit. Very quickly, Fondazione Edmund is an institution, an important institution located in northern Italy, in the province of Trento, the site of the university, presented by Professor Fiori. Fondazione Edmund carries out research, education, training, and transfer of technologies to the local territory, to farmers, to students, to citizens in the sector of agriculture, environment, forestry, and agri-food sectors. The bioeconomy unit has the role to promote the development and the implementation in a local context, at local level, but even outside, of the bioeconomy strategy. By testing the technologies most suitable in relation to the technology amount of organic waste considered. We are mainly focused on the final application and destination of many of the products obtained by the transformation processes, like compost, like digestate, and the application to soil, and we are studying the effects on soil, the effect on the fertility, on the dynamic of nutrients, and on the soil microbial consortia. We are facing with the measurement of the sustainability of agri-food processing chains by applying a life cycle assessment analysis, and then of course we support our local context, our local authority in applying and planning solutions. We try to apply a circular approach on the recovery and reuse of bioresources. And you can see, starting from the characterization of waste bioresources to the process and the products, up to the final use in the soil, and then the application on real scale on the territories. By cooperation with the local authorities, with national companies, and so on. This is our team, which has multidisciplinary competencies, from environmental engineer up to biology, up to agronomy and agronomy standard technicians. More information on our website, of course, and on contact. We have a platform with the tools and equipment at lab scale and pilot scale for doing our activities and for doing services for on external request. I choose 3 projects actually ongoing, relevant for us, which are all national projects. The first one supported by the Rural Development Plan. The title is SMS Green, and the keywords in the recovery and exploitation of apple waste. Apple is one of the crops on our territory, together with dinner, and there is a byproduct that can be recovered. We are cooperating with the University of Trento, with Fiori, on this project. The second one is the Project Percival, a national project. And in this case, our unit and other units of them are involved in the production, characterization, test of biostimulants for soil, with advanced analysis and testing on in particular on the study on the rhizosphere and growing test with metagenomic and transcriptomic analysis. The third one is a PNR project, which is INES, Interconnected Northeast Innovation Ecosystem. And here we are involved in the research topic number 3, which is the circular economy, and research topic number 2 on the digital agriculture. In the following one slide for each one of these 3 projects, I don't know if I have time to explain it, but to let you see the circular approach I mentioned before in analyzing all the aspects connected to one chain. In this case, the apple chain, production up to the soil fertility, and the final step is an economic aspect coordinated by the project leader, which is Codipra, and developing new policy insurance for recognize to the farmers the production of damage a value, to recognize a value of this kind of byproducts, which can be recovered by different ways. Even in this case, there is a big activity on the soil monitoring the fertility of soil fields, and to measure the soil effects on the application of the products. Project Festival, you see, is a big partnership all over Italy, from north to south of Italy, and the approach is a biorefinery approach, aim at reducing the waste, aim at zero waste, by treating and different treatments in cascade on the main agri-food byproducts at national level, so citrus, olive, vineyard, and the fruit, aim at produce added value components and by building blocks and molecules to reintroduce and reproduce cycles. Here, our task is, as I said, on biostimulants. The third one, in this case, we are involved in proposing and defining a bioeconomy model at the level of our province by integrating different types of waste biomass and byproducts from animal farming and agri-food processing chains. We then to produce energy when possible, and mainly to recover nutrients for soil fertility, especially nitrogen and phosphorus, in order to reduce the use of fossil fertilizers, to improve the carbon storage, and to be in line with the farm-to-fork strategy. What can we do?
Thank you very much. Just one word to conclude, please.
Okay, I just finished. We propose we can have a role in all the studies or processes or planning system, trying to close the loop of the agri-food processing chains by exploiting the different possibilities of byproducts recovery and agricultural use. And then, of course, we are very interested in reinforce our network. We are looking for a partner of Southern Europe, because we would like to apply on an Innovazione Europe project on enriched soil, and we are interested mainly on small contexts in mountain regions. So we are hoping to discuss for possible partners and so on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to hear you. We are going to continue now with one of the strategic partner of EIT Food Northeast, who is Danone Nutritia Research. So please, Irini Giziakis, Research Project Lead, could you share your presentation, please?
Yes, 1 second.
Hello, Irini.
Hello. Oh, I do not see. 1 second. I'm sorry, I cannot see the right presentation in my possibilities to share. I'm sorry, 1 second. Technical challenges. I have my presentation here, but I do not see it in my possibilities to share. Let me try again. I apologize. There we are. Okay.
Perfect. Thanks.
Let me put it on full screen. I think now it's full screen.
No.
No?
No. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So hi everyone. Nice to be here. So I'll share a bit on the upcycling and recycling from Danone perspective, where we are, what we'd like to do, and how this relates to EIT. So a few words about Danone. It's our headquarters are in France, in Paris. We've been Danone started in 1919 in Spain, and well, it's been growing ever since. So I just very general information. We are in our top 10 markets. This, I have to say, was before the Ukraine situation, as we've handed over the Russian business. So it's good for you to know. So we're not active in Russia anymore, but the rest of the country is still there. Well, you can see some of our values, and if you're really interested, all this information is also available on the site, and also our annual reports, which are linked to the site, so you can find them. I think what is key important to know, our key mission is really bringing health through food to as many people as possible. We are active in 3 key categories: essential dairy and plant-based, specialized nutrition, which is basically infant nutrition and nutrition for specialized medical purposes or hospitalization. It's still food, but it is food with very specific requirements. And also through waters, our key brand being Evian. And one other very important thing to know about Danone is our core of business is our hope values, which is humanism, openness. Oops, I am so sorry. The presentation is going on its own. Yes. So you can see here, sorry, I lost my train of thought. And yeah, these are our key categories. And you can also see we are very active on healthy, sustainable food, and we want to continue to do so. Then this is our open innovation team, just giving you, so where there's 3 of us. So it's Carrie, myself, and Damien. Carrie is our key contact with EIT. So if there's any extra information, you can reach out to Carrie, you can reach out to myself as well. I'd like to mention here 3 relevant themes linked to EIT. So I didn't add a lot of details, but I will explain how they relate to our general strategy right after. So we initiated last year a packaging decarbonization challenge through the EIT, and it's really focused on making our packaging almost fully recyclable, and what is not recyclable to be a very small amount of the pack. We are also very active in the protein diversification think tank. Carrie is the president of the think tank. And also we are very active in links to regenerative agriculture. And I will explain how these relate to our key strategy. So 2 years ago, we initiated what we call the Renew Danone strategy. A part of this, a very big part of this strategy is linked to nature. And it is a promise and a commitment to decrease our global CO2 emissions, to pioneer more innovation technology through the regenerative agriculture, help nature heal, also secure watersheds where possible, and also minimize the use of water, especially fresh water that we use. You can see already that to reach these targets and these aim, because these numbers you can see are linked to 2025, 2030. I mean, 2025 is right around the corner. We're almost there. But we've also got targets for 2030. I won't read it all now. I mean, it's a very busy slide, but you can, I think, can always find this information or link to us and we can share. Again, if you would like to read more about our sustainability journey and performance, the information is available freely. Another thing that I would like really to clarify is, as Danone, we would really like to focus on climate, and it is a very key part of our business. So we really want to drive climate action through our value chain. And okay, this is nice words and everything, but we want to have everyone in the company feel empowered to offer solutions with sustainability as key parameter in mind. We want to make more of the products we use as raw materials coming from regenerative agriculture, and of course, circular economy for packaging, let's say, as an initiation point for us, but also looking into circular economy as a whole in total. We have, I've put an example here of what we call the Danone ecosystems, and you can see the countries and the projects and how we would like to provide a more circular economy, also sustain local economies, protect watersheds, protect the natural resources. We do also a lot through another program called Danone Communities. And these are not solely European, these are also more countries involved, but also in Europe. So to drive a little bit more in depth into recycling and waste valorization, it is a very key part of our business. As I said, we also want to focus in waste management. We want to minimize it. We want to valorize as much as possible, whether we can recirculate into our products to add ingredients to our products, or for animal feed in certain cases. But what we aim to is have as least possible waste ending in landfills or as unused material, and that's our key goal. We still have challenges in that. I mean, it's not an easy solution sometimes, because some of these solutions are not an economical fit. So we're always looking for options that can be more economical or more scalable, what we call. And of course, a very key parameter is that whatever we use of these solutions, I think especially from when we talk about, let's say, from farm to fork, that food safety and hygiene are very key. And we need to make sure that even in situations where materials are, let's say, upcycled, or we would like to reuse them, that they still meet the requirements and standards, which are very strict in our categories, especially if you think about our infant nutrition categories. So if I'm going too fast, you feel free to slow me down. What I'd like to...
Sorry,
yes?
we will have some questions at the end, so to
okay.
enable the participants to concrete.
All right, good. Okay, so then I can go back. Okay, so what I'd like to say is, how does all of this link to EIT for us? Well, on the Healthier Lives Through Food, we are starting to participate as well in the Healthy Aging think tank. We would really like to focus, of course, on educating on healthy eating and drinking habits. Oops, my presentation is taking on its own. We are also a key member in the Protein Diversification think tank. We're very active in regenerative agriculture, also biotechnology solutions, and we really also focus on supporting low-income communities with availability for food through our activities. So how we would like to link this to our aspirations, let's say, in this group is we would really love to focus on partnerships to design healthy food for all our categories. Really key focus for us is sustainability and environmental impact. We would holistically like to look at decarbonizing the food system from start to end. they're all in the very similar subcontext. So circular and sustainable food system, and using regenerative agriculture and watershed protection to heal nature and support nature. So this is what I have.
Thank you very much, Eleni. Then we, as I said, we will have some moments to make some questions and to all the speakers. We will go on with Malty Food. Malty Food with a Turkish startup from Istanbul, with the mission to transform the food industry through sustainable ingredients and innovative food products. Please welcome to the co-founder Berkan Mifley. Hi, Berkan.
Hello, everyone. So nice to meet you again, and good morning from nice weather in Istanbul. So I'm starting to share my presentation. While I start the presentation, I can introduce myself. I'm Berkan. I started 2.5 years ago on my entrepreneurship career. Before then, I worked approximately 8 years on corporate life, and before that, I studied mechanical engineering, and last 2.5 years was like a rally because I started the entrepreneurship life, and my whole entrepreneurship life started with Malty. So I can introduce you our Malty project now if I succeed to share my screen. Please correct me if I...
Perfect.
Okay, great. This is where I come from, Istanbul, and I started our Malty project 2.5 years ago, and our journey, you can see 2 EIT Food logos here. So thank you for EIT Food to make our project happen and real, and with their mentorship, their support to all of us. And we are 3 co-founders, and 2 of them was women, and we are now 2 co-founders, and we are equal now. We started our journey to produce nutritious foods with innovative and upcycled ingredients is the important one. And we have so many words here, but I wanted to show it briefly because it's a very lean philosophy behind the Malty. We just believe that the simple thing, there is no waste food. Every waste food has nutritious things inside. So we can recycle or we can downcycle that foods, but we believe that we can upcycle that foods to new foods. And we just focus to upcycled healthy snacks because we need healthy snacks in our lives. We use snacks in our lives. So who we are, I am Berkan, and Merve is one of my co-founder. We started our project with upcycled brewer spent grain because I told you that I worked 8 years in corporate life, and 4 of those 8 years was on the brewery company in Turkey. So we are so close to brewer spent grain, and we started the project. What can we do with those brewer spent grains? And we started to R&D processes with BSG, and then we found that if we upcycle the BSG, we need to create new foods with them, but it must be innovative thing, because every day we eat snacks, and it's changed to be healthy snacks because we don't have enough time to eat nutritious foods every meal. So we focused on the healthy snacks to use upcycled ingredients, and our healthy snacks started to packaging 1.5, approximately 2 years ago. And after projects, we focused on if we use a BSG, we can use other spent grains, other coffee spents, other waste products also. That is our now R&D processes. What we do with that upcycled BSG, we started to create healthy snacks, but we believe that the healthy snack is not only things that we can buy on supermarkets. Healthy snacks must be in everywhere. So we started with the brewer spent grains, and we thought that we can create some beer snacks also, because on pubs we don't have enough healthy snacks, and we started our healthy beer snacks a couple of months ago, and you can see is the newer products. And we believe that on a role in EIT food, firstly, we cannot prepare full meals every time to us, and we need snacks. Approximately 3 snacks a person eats per day nowadays. So we need some healthier, some cleaner options to those snacks. And with that, if we need more snacks, so it means that we need more food, and also that means that more waste foods. So we focused on, if we need more healthy snacks, more snacks, we need to use the food waste to create new snacks. So, and if we use food waste to create new foods, food supply can be efficient. And if food supply can be efficient, everyone can easily find foods in the world. So thank you for listening. With EIT Food, we have products and new projects. We have sold more than 500,000 packets in Turkey, but just in Turkey. We started in Turkey and we grew our startup in Turkey. But Turkey is not only a country that we want to make our projects. We need to grow abroad. So EIT Food can help to make our projects and sell our products to abroad. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Erlan. So we will now welcome from our EIT Food, Agrifood Futures expert community at OREKA. So the founder of OREKA is Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Could you please introduce you and share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Hi. Nice to meet you, everyone. Yeah, I will try to share my screen now. Let me check. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can see your screen. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, thanks for the invitation. I really appreciate it. And yeah, as you have said, well, my name is Dennis. I'm from Spain. I'm located in Bilbao, in the north of Spain, and I'm the founder of OREKA that I'm going to introduce you right now quite rapidly because we don't really have lots of time. So, well, we are based here in Bilbao, although we are working through different communities in Spain. And we founded the company in 2020 with a really clear vision that was to head the food sector in the donation and reduction on the food surpluses. I mean, yeah, the food waste, as you all know, is one of the main problems that the industry is facing right now. And we wanted to offer them a solution, as I have said, to donate and reduce it, but also with the vision of creating a startup that could offer a service with the main focus of being simple for the companies, cost efficient, and of course taking into account the safety that we really need to go with this kind of services of donating the surplus food. We are now focused in different sectors of the food industry. We are really deep into corporate dining rooms, hospitals, schools, and events, and I would say the collectivity sectors. And actually, right now, we are also entering in a new one, which is distribution sector that we have started working with different supermarket chains with really successful results. So it's really important, really big step for us. Well, we are working in different communities in Spain. We are working with some of the main corporate business rooms as Banco Santander, Inditex, BBVA, or others. And basically, what we really do is to help them to add a new daily process into their value chain that will could help them to donate and reduce their surplus profitably without interrupting their day-to-day activities. So basically, at the end of the services, with the surplus food that they have generated, they just use our apps, web and mobile apps, to load that surplus food in a really simple way, just 3 clicks, less than half a minute. And after that, we just work to take that surplus food, we'll distribute it door to door from the corporate dinner rooms, hospitals, or whatever the client it is, to non-profits. I mean, it's really important to take into account the safety of the process that we are going to speak afterwards. And the last part is the reports. I mean, we work as a technology startup, and our main value, or one of the main values that we offer, is that we can track everything that is happening there, to report the impact, help them to reduce the surplus food over the time, and of course generate savings for them. So when we are thinking about the service that we are offering and the technology that help us to offer this service, we have to think as I would say technology umbrella that covers donors, drivers, and receivers, and offers each one of them a different kind of value. But at the end of the day, what with our clients can do with our platform is just to log in, and they can see 100% transparently what has happened in each service. I'm talking about the traceability of the donation that they are managing. They can see in what moment they have the food has been picked up, the temperature of the journey, where has gone, the social entity. I mean, a full traceability of the donation process, and all the data generated in each one of the services. We are showing it in a dashboard in a really simple way to help them with two main things. One, to guide better management decisions, I would say, just to understand the surplus over the time and be able to take action of them to reduce it. And on the other side, the value they are generating, the value taking into account different aspects as social impact, environmental impact, and of course, economical impact in the companies that we are working on. As I said before, the security of the system and the service is one thing that we have to keep in mind every single day, and it's a really hard point for the client. So we work really hard on this. One of the values that we offer is that we limit the liability for our companies. I mean, from the moment that we pick up the food and we move it to a non-profit, they actually don't have any responsibility regarding how we manage it, how we move it, or how the food is going to be consumed at the end of the day. But in addition to that, we also have like different actions or key points to offer the maximum security as possible and the maximum warranties over the service. The first of them is the traceability that we can offer, as I have said before, because of the technology where we register temperatures, journeys of the drivers, the status of the food, and other data. The second point is the audits that we are doing on the non-profits. We have to take into account that the non-profits are probably, I would say, mainly run by volunteers. Their knowledge on food safety is limited. Usually also their tools, just talking about refrigerators or whatever they really need to maintain the food in a proper way. So we run audits over them, and of course we have other different points as random microbiological analysis, materials, and the transportations. We really need to offer security over the service. And the big question here is why they hire us. I mean, what's the value that the companies receive because of the service? I would say that there are 4 main points that we focus on. The first of them is the ESG reports. As I have said before, everything that we do, it's going to be translated into our reports with different KPIs, social and environmental, to help them to add to their sustainability memories and help them to reach their sustainability goals. The second one, really important for us also, is just not the vision to help them to donate as much food as possible. Is also, we are on the mission to help them to reduce it as much as we can. So we offer them different actionable indicators and different KPIs to help them to reduce the food. Usually our clients in the first year, they reduce it around 15 to 20%. And of course, we also have to take into account different costs that are also coming from the food waste, such as waste management, energy, or others. The third point is the tax savings. I mean, everything that used to be a cost for them, that is buying the food, transform it, cook it, or whatever, and just throwing away at the end of the day. Now, thanks to the donation that we are carrying with them, they can unlock tax savings up to 45% of the value of the donated food. So at the end of the year, this is going to be a really important amount of money for them. And the fourth point is the alignment with the law. We already know around Europe, each country, I mean, it's running their own path. But here in Spain, we have just in process of approval a law against the food losses that it's going to be probably live next year, that is going to oblige to the companies to have a prevention plan and also to apply a hierarchy of what to do with the surplus food, which the first point is that every food that is suitable for consumption, it's going to be a must to donate it to non-profits. So in a really simple way, how to help the companies or how to start a project, a key point here is just to agree with the donators how to the disposal process of the superfood. It's going to be, they are going to donate it in refrigerated, maybe frozen, which format, how are going to package it. After that, we set the collections days that they could be from daily to weekly. We really adapt our service to the needs of the clients. After that, we match that offer or surplus food with different non-profits, which, as I have said before, they are audited and ready to receive that donated food. And after that, they start the services on their daily basis. As I have said, the mission here and the vision of the project is to add that really simple process to our value chain to be able to, on their daily basis, to donate that surplus food that they have. And we are offering this service just as a monthly subscription service for those companies that they're really into fighting against the food waste and with a vision on reducing and donate that surplus food that they have on their daily basis. So I have gone like really fast over the presentation. I really wonder if you have get it all, but if you have any questions here, happy to answer them for you.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Thank you to everyone. Now we will give some moment for the Q&A, questions and answers. So if the participants have any doubt, any suggestion, question, especially for the Professor Fiori, who hasn't had so much time to express in his presentation. So please go ahead.
May I have a very short question to Professor Luca Fiori? Yes, this could be a technical question, because you mentioned somehow you work with carbon-based materials, waste valorizations. So I'm very curious about that. If you don't mind, could you please elaborate a little bit?
Yes, let's say when we say carbon-based materials, I mean, we started to think about energy valorization. But then we move to valorization in terms of recovery of material for the agronomic sector, but also, as you mentioned, Abdul, for the high-tech sector. So we start to use the hydrothermal medium, let's say, to react biomasses and model compounds. Now we have a publication with glucose. Then we have another with cellulose. Then we will have to move to, let's say, real organic waste in order to provide some carbon-based material to be used as electrodes, for instance. So there will be a more than one step process through which, I mean, I'm expert about hydrothermal treatments. So they fit very well organic waste because they're rich, naturally rich in water. So I mean, first step could be HTC, hydrothermal carbonization. Second step could be pyrolysis, maybe activation, or maybe other thermal treatments at much higher temperature with some other chemicals. I mean, nitrogen, we are trying now to incorporate nitrogen into carbon-based material to make something useful for electrochemical applications. And I mean, I'm more on the processing side, and then I collaborate with others, more expert on properties of materials, because I'm a chemical engineer. I'm not an expert of materials. So I try to collaborate with the people from the chem sector when we deal with bioactives, with body platform chemicals, and people with the focus and more experience than me on the material sector when we want to upgrade something to create something useful for. And we, as I told you, we also started with the glucose, because I mean, if you want to produce a high quality material, maybe you have to use something more impurity than a too complex waste. I don't know if it answers your question or not.
Yes. Thank you. I just wanted to know broadly. It's clear. Thank you.
You can contact me in general. I mean, I saw that the presentation are online, so there will be also my email. I'm open to collaboration. I'm interested to collaboration in general. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Fiori. Thank you for your question, Abdul-Kiri. Any other question or at the moment?
I've got a question for Berkan Mifley.
Okay.
Thank you, Berkan, for your presentation. Thanks to all for the presentation. My question is related to the technology and the size of the plant for upcycling these food byproducts. So is it a technology scalable in different contexts, or do they need centralized treatment plants and big amounts of feedstock? Thank you.
Thank you. We don't have any place to upcycle in our factory. We don't have any factory. We don't have any place in the Malty. And this is why we started with the brewer spent grain. There's 3 factories. We started with the cooperation with the company that has 3 factories in Turkey. And we focused on the brewer spent grain as a project. And we saw that in approximately 20 hours, we need to finish the whole process. So we need to find the small companies, small factories nearby the factories. So we started to take brewer spent grain from the factory and change place to a factory, the small different factory in nearby the main factory. And we have a small machineries to start in the main factory. In the second process, in the nearby factory, and the third process in different factory. We planned this project plan to upcycle brewer spent grain, and then we saw that this is the good one, because if we have if we draw like this plan, we can upcycle food waste everywhere in the world. If we have a project in UK, We just need to focus on the processes and the nearby factories. Which factory can we use for our upcycle process? And we design to tailor-made solution to that food waste. So this is our philosophy behind the upcycle process. And additionally, approximately 130,000 tons per year they have brewer's spent grain, the main brewery that our partnership company.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will now. I will now share my screen just to conclude and well. You can't see my screen. Okay. 1 second. A ver. Share my screen. Yes. Can you see it? My screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes. So we were delighted to see you during this e-breakfast with regarding waste upcycling and recycling. We will send you the presentations, and should you need any contact, please go ahead. Any contact you would like to make, for instance, with Professor Fiori and Abdul Kiri, don't hesitate to send me an email, and I will keep you in touch. Our next e-breakfast will take place on the 4th of September. It will deal with sustainable packaging. So as soon as we get the participants and the speakers, we will inform you on this. And I just have to repeat that we were delighted from EIT Food South region to get you all united during this e-breakfast. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you soon.